shrimp and grits. A dish born where the rivers meet the sea. From the Lowcountry. Lowcountry. The tidal marshes of Charleston, South Carolina, where the Gullah Geechee have stirred ground corn over a slow fire for more than 300 years. This was never restaurant food. It was a fisherman's breakfast, cooked at dawn with whatever the nets gave back. Many kitchens now hide behind heavy cream, but the old way needs none. The creaminess comes only from time, from corn, and from patience. Let the pot do the work. 4 servings, 15 minutes to prepare, 45 to cook. You'll need 1 cup of stone ground grits, 2 cups of water, 2 cups of chicken stock, 1 pound of shrimp, 8 ounces of andouille sausage, 1 tablespoon of cooking oil, 1 teaspoon of paprika, a half teaspoon of salt, 3 cloves of garlic, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, and 4 whole scallions. Begin with the grits. Bring 2 cups of water to a gentle boil. Pour in 2 cups of chicken stock and let it return to a simmer. Whisk in 1 cup of stone ground grits, slowly, so no lumps can form. Lower the heat, cover the pot, and let it cook for 45 quiet minutes. While the grits soften, heat 1 tablespoon of oil in a wide skillet over medium-high heat. Lay in 8 ounces of sliced andouille. Let it brown slowly until the edges crisp and the fat renders golden. Then lift the sausage out onto a waiting plate, but leave the pan just as it is. Do not wash the skillet. That rendered fat is the soul of the dish. Add 1 pound of shrimp and dust them with 1 teaspoon of paprika. Let them cook just 2 minutes until they curl and turn coral. Stir in 3 cloves of minced garlic and cook 1 minute more until the kitchen fills with its perfume. Now, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice poured into the hot pan. Return the sausage to the skillet and with a wooden spoon, scrape up the browned bits, the fond clinging to the bottom. This is where the gravy lives. Every dark fleck is flavor saved from the fire. Spoon the grits into 4 warm bowls. They should pool, soft and slow, like the marsh at low tide. Crown each one with shrimp and sausage, and let the pan juices fall over the top. Scatter 4 sliced scallions across the surface, green against gold. Let it rest a moment, steam rising, the grits holding their heat. This is a bowl that asks nothing of you but to sit and be still. Coastal food made for slow mornings and longer evenings. The story begins across an ocean. The Gullah Geechee are the descendants of West Africans brought to the rice coast of Carolina and Georgia. They carried with them the knowledge of the grain, of the tidal field, and of the slow pot. Grits, ground from corn, became the morning bread of the Lowcountry. Along the creeks of Charleston, the shrimpers worked the tides. What they could not sell, they ate. Fresh shrimp, tossed into a skillet, ladled over a pot of grits already softening on the stove. The grandmothers of the sea islands, they say, never measured. They cooked by the smell of the marsh and the color of the sky. For generations, it was called simply breakfast shrimp. A meal of the coast, humble, unhurried. It stayed within the Lowcountry, passed kitchen to kitchen, long before any menu ever claimed it. The dish belonged to the people who fished the water and worked the rice and kept the fire low. Today, the Gullah Geechee corridor stretches from North Carolina down to Florida, a living thread of language, song, and food. And shrimp and grits, once a fisherman's quiet breakfast, now carries that whole history in a single bowl. To cook it slowly is to remember where it came from. So take your time. Let the grits grow creamy on their own. Let the shrimp meet the smoke of the sausage. Lay it down gently and breathe in the salt and the corn and the fire. Shrimp and grits survived because it never tried to impress. It only tried to feed the people who loved the water and were loved by it in return. And the table at last is set.